It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and North Central Netball returns to the court this weekend after a few weeks off. COVID-interrupted season, but it's good to see that the North Central plans have come to fruition. We've got a crowd that will be able to attend. And joining me on the line from North Central Netball is Susan Lockhart. How are you, Susan?
Good, thank you, Jason. Going really well this week, thank you.
Excellent.
Things are looking good. We're back on track, back to the ground.
Yes, exciting. So I think, first of all, what we need to have a look at is the revised draw. We've talked about this the last couple of weeks, but just refresh our memory for everyone listening out there across the Flow Network. North Central Netball, you guys came to a decision a couple of weeks ago that you weren't going to return until this week anyway. And what effect has that had on the draw?
Well, it's actually made the draw much more complete. We're playing each other two full rounds, two complete rounds. We've knocked off, we're going to complete the full round this weekend, which is round 7, which is brilliant. And that makes it the whole season like legitimate, so to say. Like we've got a whole season going ahead. We've got finals worth playing for now, which is a bonus. So now anything that happens, any more lockdowns, we can say, well, we've got to have a final at the end, which is brilliant. And so round 7 this week, we've taken round 8 and 9 off, which are the ones that we've missed last week. Not last week, because that was Queen's birthday, but the week before and the following week. And then we're just going on with the draw as follows. So we'll move into round 10 next Saturday.
Right, okay. And let's
Does that sound a bit...
It does sound right, and that's the way it works perfectly now. So let's have a look at the ladder as it stands before we get into this round of matches. So a refresher on the ladder sees 2 undefeated teams who will meet this week for the first time. That's Boort and Wedderburn on 6 wins apiece. We then go to Charlton in third spot, 4 wins, 2 losses. Birchip, Watcham round out the top 4 with 3 wins, 2 losses and a draw. Outside the top 4, Sea Lake Nandaly with 2 wins and 4 losses. Donald on 1 win, 4 losses and a draw. St Arnaud have had 1 win from 6 matches, and Witcher-Proof Narraport are yet to break their duck. That is the A-grade ladder as we move into round 7 of matches, Susan.
Brilliant. Good one. And we've got 2 really tight matches this Saturday. So, as you said, we've got Bourton, Wedderburn taking on each other, top of the ladder. And then we've got Charlton Birchip in the next 2 teams in order there. So Charlton Birchip are playing at, where are they playing? They're playing at Birchip on the purple court.
Yes, they are. In fact, the round it's a really good matchup round, this one. So why don't we actually have a look at that one first? The purple courts of Birchip. Charlton will come to town. A pretty important game as the top 4 takes shape, and the losers in a bit of a predicament, you would say, with some teams chasing them. So really big game, this one.
Yeah, sure is. Like whoever wins this one probably does secure their place in the 4, which is good. They'll be chasing it really hard. I reckon Birchip could come up with the win because they've had such tight games and they're used to pressure. They're going really well with the pressure. So this could be a high intensity, and I really think the Birchip might have it this week. And on their purple court, they'll be keen to have a good game on their purple court.
Absolutely, they will. Now, some of the other matchups. First of all, the bottom of the ladder, Witcher-Proof Narraport. Sea Lake Nandaly will travel to Witcher-Proof for this one, and you'd think they will start pretty well unbackable favourites.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sea Lake are probably going to go all right. They've got a Sala in goal shooter who's going really well and holding that end down really nicely, and they've got some beautiful little feeders in mid-court. So Sea Lake are going to do well, although Witcher-Proof, as I said, big improvers like they did from the start of the season till mid-season. They're really getting it together, and they've got some nice little players starting to gel together. So, they're getting some goals on the board too, just not getting the 4 points.
Let's have a look at Lord Nelson Park, where St Arnaud will take on Donald. This should be an interesting game too, and both of these sides really need to win to stay in touch with that top 4.
Well, I'm predicting that Donald are going to take this one. Donald were the team that I probably thought were going to do a little bit better this season than they have been, but they're still reaching and they're still going well and still scoring. They're just not getting the wins as well, but they still have got a very good team. And I think that they will be the stronger team this week. It's probably time that they had a 4-point win and got back up there and made their finals hopes look a bit more lively.
Yep, no doubt. And the last match of the round is the match of the round. It is Wedderburn taking on Boort. This should be a beauty. Both undefeated. Only one can remain undefeated at the end of the match.
Exactly, and it's going to be depending on the attackers, I think, in a big way. Like, defenders absolutely have to be on their game to beat the attackers because Boort are very strong in attack. They're quite dominant there. They've got a tall shooter and they've got some terrific feeders. Steph Hoare is their goal shooter, and they've got Carly Isaac and Georgia Sheehan in attack, going really well, shooting some massive scores each week. But on the other side of the coin, Wedderburn equally as well and shooting pretty well as well. We've got a strong defence, working hard. Madison Posley in defence, she's always hard at it, big game. And, little Olivia Lockhart, she's playing wing defence, so she's a real little tough goer, and she'll be in and out trying to stop that wing attack or that attacking end from really having some good flow of play as well. So that's going to be a bit of a key in who wins this one, I think.
Should be a ripper. Give us a tip. Who do you think is going to get up? Are you going to back your girls?
Oh, don't do that. No. Let's not.
Going to go with the Boort crew.
For the sake of peace, let's not. Let's just go with the Boort crew. And who doesn't want to be an underdog? Like, everyone loves an underdog, don't they?
That's true. That is true. So, either way, it should be a fascinating round of matches in North Central as you get back into action on the court after a few weeks off. I'm sure you'll enjoy that, Susan, and I look forward to chatting to you about it next week.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Let's hope a few less restrictions after this week again. We've got little things like change rooms are a bit of an issue this week. So, we're going to be, not all clubs have the space. They have the change rooms. They don't have as much space as is required for everyone to share and do what's supposedly correct. So, anyway, we'll get over that and move on to the week.